Ladies and gentlemen, during a Team Rumble match I did just a few moments ago, I noticed something at Fatal Fields. A rift beacon. It was the one that was being constructed inside the visitor's warehouse. I thought in my earlier video it would be the one that would be put on the Dusty Depot to divert the meteorite. Like a deflector shield, if you will. But apparently, reality has given us the opposite. It has been sent to Fatal Fields, and during when Kevin the Cube inserted himself into the Loot Lake Island, he travelled around the map. Fatal Fields was also one of the places he travelled to. So my best guess is that the Rift Beacon I saw there will turn back time and bring him back. Now, as you can see, the Rift Beacon does not seem to be active. When I passed it earlier, it was neither drawing energy or charging itself. It's just like the one that I saw near Paradise Palms, where the Pandora area is now. It's been activated like that, but it is still not powered up. The power cable is completely devoid of energy. The energy converters aren't functional, and the Rift Beacon itself, well, is completely devoid of L energy. And the generator, look at that, completely non-functioning. Now, just for reference, I'm going to go back to the hub and show you the Rift Beacon that's in the Pandora Dome, just so you can see the difference. Now, that Rift Beacon isn't firing at the moment, so it won't exactly look like some of them you've seen. It'll look a little different. Hang on a second. Man, this thing loads slowly. It's ridiculous. Woohoo! I love diving through there. Alright, let's see. Aha! That's where the Rift Beacon is. See? This Rift Beacon here is active, but it is no longer actually creating the Rift Ray. That's what I'm calling the beam that goes up in the air. The Rift is open above it, but the Rift Beacon is operational, but it is no longer functioning. You see that? The energy's not going through as fast as it once was, and it seems that this one's a little more stabilized. Remember the one that was at near tilted? That one was shaking constantly. This one seems to be a little more stabilized. And the generator here seems a little bit different than the others. Because the first one I saw had a bit of a swirling vortex. This one seems a little bit different. It looks similar to the time vortex. If you've ever seen Doctor Who, you'll have seen the time vortex. Look at that. W does not look like the time vortex. This thing right in the centre. Well, it's definitely active, this one. It seems to be similar to the one that was at the sports centre, as I said before. First, it was like the one we just looked at in Fatal Fields, completely non-functioning. Then it was like this. Then it started to fire. That's when we lost the sports centre and got those glitched consumable items. Basically, it looks like the Rift Beacon here has done something completely not abnormal. For instance, this time it's dragged something completely from another planet. Because Pandora was an actual planet in the what outlines game, if you've ever played that. Point is, it seems to have completely dragged this section of Pandora onto Fortnite. And that makes me a little bit worried. The Rift Beacons are constantly drawing their energy on the island itself, and that relies on us. Hang on, that's a little bit odd. I returned Claptrap's eye already, and yet now it's missing. I'm just going to check something. Claptrap's eye seems to be missing now, but I'm sure I returned it. I got the achievement done for that. Also, if you haven't seen my earlier video, you'll now see where Claptrap's eye is, or was. Where point is, I'm going to show you where the eye is. Technically, it was for me. Remind me that after I've done that, I've got to check out those rope bridges. They look so cool. You know what? I have to wonder if all this keeps going on, what's going to happen? Will all the rifts suddenly join together and open a big one again? Or will they snap shut and strand all this onto the island forever, like the desert? See, it was this place. Also, that rock face has changed that was on the cliffside. Yeah, it used to look a lot different. Yeah, that's weird. That's Claptrap's eye right there. I'm sure I returned it. And yet, shaboom! There it is. If you don't believe me, here, I'll show you. I'll leave the playground mode and I'll show you. This makes literally no sense. Also, click like if you think my background loading screen is so cool. Because honestly, that was one of my favourite modes to play in. Whenever we played it, you know what I always did? I always went right after Thanos. It was so cool. Hang on. Let's see. See? I got that achievement done, and yet, bam! We see the eye back where it was. It's really strange. Anyway, back to the island so we can go a little bit more around. There are several different changes around the island. There is a new angel statue at Haunted Hills, and if you're thinking it's like the Archangel's skin, you would be wrong. It is not Arc. It looks like any ordinary one. Any ordinary angel. Wow, that sounds really weird when you say it out loud. Anyway, I'm starting to wonder, what's the visitor's main objective with these rift beacons? Is he just planning to turn back time to see one? Is he planning to rebuild the Nexus orb and send it back into the vault? Or is he basically just fooling around with space-time? Quite a while ago, I heard a rumour about a rift beacon glitch. Someone came in here like this and then suddenly saw something on over here on the remains of Polar Peak, where a rift beacon was spotted directly there. And I'm just going to say, if a rift beacon shows up here and it reverses time, you know what's going to happen. Yes, the castle will come back, but what was underneath the castle? Yep, the Catus monster. And if that monster comes back to life, as I've said before, and I'll say it once again, we won't have the Jaeger to defend us. And besides, even if the monster came back to life and we had a way to defeat it, the only thing that can is that sword, which I do have think it's necessary to point out, we cannot lift. We can't even move the ding-dang stupid thing. It's stuck in the ground, and thanks to the Jaeger hitting it so hard, and thanks to him doing that, he's left us with literally no defense against the monster if it returns. If that monster returns to the map, we may have to rely on my little idea I had. If you have watched my video where I had a theory about the monster's return. Point is, if the monster comes back, well, I've said it once, we are doomed. D-O-O-M. Wait, no, forget that. I got a little messed up. Doomed. Oh, D-E-O-O-M-E-D. Doomed. No, wait, forget the E. Point is, I'm rather worried. First, all the rift beacons start showing up, turning back time. Now there's one at Fatal Fields that could bring Kevin back, and which I'd rather be interested in, because we haven't seen Kevin in ages. But I have to wonder, why is it that the visitor waits so long to activate the rift beacons? It's like he's waiting for something, like, I don't know, maybe he has to build up some energy before he can activate them. But this shield piece here, it gathers the energy for the beacon, but my theory worked soundly at Neo Tilted, where it was drawing all the rift energy. But sorry. But Fatal Fields was nowhere. Oh, well, it was nowhere near the rift area where the rockets shelter around, but Kevin did come here, and he was supercharged with rift energy from where he came through the rift. So, this rift beacon will be drawing on Kevin's leftover energy in the area, in turn causing a massive energy draw-out. Hello. Look at that. Some sort of special circuitry on the back. Hang on. I'm going to shoot over to Pandora on my quad, but so we can see that if it's on the other rift beacon, and if it is, we may have an idea. We might have a way to stop it. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to show you a pretty cool hiding place you can go to in Fatal Fields. You see this like ordinary, pretty nice. Then you see this jetty. Watch this. Da, 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 da. Perfect hiding spot. You're perfectly hidden, and unless someone blows up the bridge, you're completely safe. I don't think they'll be able to see you down there. Hang on. If you're careful, you as long as you're careful, you should be alright. Anyway, now to Pandora. Man, I sort of wish the slipstreams were still around, and it'd be a lot easier to get around. Comment down below. Do you miss the slipstreams? Because I certainly do. Honestly, the slipstreams were some of the best things from season 9. Wait, was it season 9? Yeah, it was season 9. Hey, hello, Dana. Wait, no, that's a camel. Hey, oops. You hear that sound? See the dome? It moves slightly. It's the energy of the dome bouncing around and around. If these bubbles are to collapse, it might cause something incredibly dangerous. If you will, it might cause how to put this delicately. Okay, so basically imagine tons of energy being held in one place and being filled and filled and filled until there's no more room, and yet it keeps getting added to. Then, eventually, whatever's holding it snaps. Like when someone's lifting a crate onto a ship, imagine the crane cable snaps. That crate would fall. But in this case, the bubbles would crack, causing their energy to run wild. Most likely, the meteor would absorb it, since the meteor is constantly pulsing with hot rock energy and time displacement. You can see the time displacement because there's pieces of rift energy around it. See there? See that? That is a piece of a rift. All those are... And if you're wondering why they're glitching like that, it's because something has gone very, very wrong. Time has been caught in a buffer zone, if you will. And the longer it stays like this, the more unstable it's bound to become. Therefore, we are in deep, deep trouble. I'm in trouble. Point is, if we find any way to sort this out, we need to do it immediately. Because I'm starting to worry. We don't know how long the island can withstand this sort of stress. Remember how much stress it was under with the rift just being here? Now it's got 4 of them. Oh yeah. Anyway, we're now over to the rift beacon. Wow, somebody really set those fast. It was on the console. Just as I thought. It looks to be some sort of activation hardware. It's on, I guess it's been on all the rift beacons. And look at that. Look at that tiny little thing there. That's a camera. The visitor's been watching. But I don't get it. Guys, remember a minute ago when we came here and the rift beacon wasn't shaking? Well, it is now. I'm starting to think the rift beacons don't disappear when they finish their job. They explode. And since they cause a time glitch, there's no damage from where they've been. But now this one's starting to overload because without it sending out any ray, it's causing the energy to build up and up and up inside the orb fragment shard at the top. In turn, it will cause the rift to connect to this, causing a massive overload, which may not just destroy the rift beacon, it might destroy the desert, bringing Moisty Myers back. I believe that Moisty Myers have actually been squished underneath the desert. And here's a good reason of that theory. When you head along this road out of the Pandora Dome, you head along real nice, you expect to come to a road of lucky landing, but you'd be wrong. See? The desert is a giant slope bit. So most likely, Moisty Myers has been here the whole time, but it's been squished. Sort of like when the volcano rose up from the ground, Tomato Town got sealed up then. Hey, remember that? Yeah. Actually, I have to wonder, if all that ice melts where the iceberg is, if the volcano cools, I wonder if the volcano will go back underground. And would that mean it'll take any steps with it? Because it was the volcano's right that caused such many steps to be revealed. It was an ancient civilization that came up from the ground with a volcano. Anyway, here comes a nice quad trick I've been working on. Mega Boost Mode! Oh yeah, Super Geo Orbit. Ah, no! Oh, I muffed it up. You know, you see that boost flame in the back of a quad? Imagine if you did that when you just entered a rift. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to head over to the Nexus Orb. We'll build a stairway up to the orb, and then, just a minute before we blast ourselves in, we'll use the boost. You never know. We may just be able to do incredible things, such as, I don't know, we might be able to bring Kevin back. Or what about enter the vault? If you enter the vault, you might get your hands on the Infinity Blade, the Infinity Gauntlet Stone, and Guided Missile, Planes, oh, I can't think. Point is, so do you remember when the Infinity Blade was on the island, and when the storm came over it, it started to levitate out of the stone? Well, I attempted that on my creative island, and guess what happened? Zip, zero, nada. I stayed out in the storm with some storm flips, and guess what I saw? Nothing happened to the blade. It just did nothing. It just sat there in the stone with its flame at the bottom, you know, little flame that shows up. It honestly is making no sense whatsoever. It's ridiculous. Also, looking at how those flowers are growing and how the trees and mosses grow, the monster's radiation is definitely leaking out more. Remember when I said the monster was a distant cousin of Godzilla? That means it had, emphasis on had, a radioactive core inside. I think it's sort of like an organ which holds a lot of radiation. Like, I don't know, maybe a second kidney or something like that. Or maybe this creature was an experiment. Anyway, do you remember when I said before a tooth went missing from the monster? Well, I'm starting to wonder. Like I said before, if the monster's tooth is gone, that means they have its DNA. If they have its DNA, they might be able to use it to create a new monster. In fact, they have the tooth. That's all the DNA they need to clone an army. Yeah, imagine a load of them, an army of those monsters running around Fortnite. It'd be just terrible if I'm being completely honest. Whoa! Oh, I hate this low gravity. You hear that pulsing? Remember when I said all those that the butterflies make up the orb? Well, several of those butterflies have now been broken off. See? Those rift fragments, they are parts of the butterfly. And with them like that, it's growing more unstable every day. With it like this, it's starting to become, what's the word? Hard to handle. In other words, oh, hello. Hey, here's an idea. I could say, what if I was to take a golf cart over here and then slam it into the Nexus Orb, then, before I do that, put a load of remote detonate on board, and just before it goes in, I jump off and detonate it. I wonder what would happen then. Alright, steady does it. This is going to be a very delicate procedure. Steady does it, steady does it, steady. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Whoa! Oh no! Whoa, whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Whew. Well, you can certainly call that a nice trip. More like a trip over though. I made a funny. Anyway, time to head off. Oh, hey, remember this place? There was a battle bus crash here before. In fact, there's been 2 battle bus crash sites before. There's here, and then there's also over here. There were 2 battle buses crashed here on the island. For all we know, someone might have tried to shoot the battle bus down with a guided missile. Wouldn't that have been something? Somebody shooting down a battle bus. Also, can you imagine if someone had a guided missile, and then you had a rift to go, and then headed straight for the Nexus Orb? If they did that, they might be able to control. Well, I mean it as if they were riding on the rocket. Because if they did that, they might be able to control it without the controller. Like one of those surfboards. Also, click like if you miss the surfboards, because I certainly do. They were much more fun than the drifter boards. Honestly, so boring. Anywho, that's all from me for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is your good friend, the Troll Hunter, signing off.